Hey to all of our awesome friends, family, and following. Listen, this is a very important video update, and there'll also be some writing underneath this video. We're in Aruba today for our quick mental vacation break, but we've got quite a few things that we need to discuss. So let's go on and enjoy that quick mental vacation break, okay? All right, so our weekly update. Let's talk a little bit about where we stand with our trading mentor. Tremendous amount of tickets that came through. And unfortunately, because his site is not 100% ready to go, it meant that things were not automatic. So we had to do a lot of manual processing from our end. We spent all weekend doing that. That's because we love you. Normally, we take the weekend off and we sharpen our saw. And that was not the case this weekend, unfortunately. But with that being said, we've gotten everyone that has come through. If you have gotten a response, which most of you have, all right, through the support ticket system, then your information has already been passed on to our trading mentor. He's doing his loading up. And so if you haven't already heard from him, you should be hearing from him soon. Now, soon could be today, it could be tomorrow, what have you. Now, he normally does a webinar on Mondays, all right? And we knew that not everyone was going to be processed so that they could be on his webinar on Monday. So he has agreed to do a special webinar. Let's get everybody through the system first, and then we'll come up with a webinar day and time. It'll be recorded, obviously, if you can't make it, okay? Now, there's still a few spots remaining, all right? There's still a few spots remaining. If you have not already taken reserved one of those spots, you'll see the information below this video as to what you need to do. Now, here's what I need us to do, ladies and gentlemen. And I know we've got some new people to our following. I need us to follow directions. I need us to follow instructions. I never want to talk down to you because you're big boys and big girls, all right? No adult wants to be talked down to, and I get that. But what I need you to do is we do our best either in video content or written content or both to give you very specific instructions. I can tell you that what took a lot of extra time over the weekend getting people processed is because a few folks didn't follow the instructions. And when they didn't follow the instructions, that took more time that we had to go and research stuff and pull things up. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if we ask you to do something in a video, we ask you to do something in writing, please do your best to follow that. I know you're busy, but so are we. And when we're dealing with this amount of folks, we did not know that we were going to have to do so much manual processing. It helps us if you will follow the instructions that we either put in video and or in written form, okay? So hopefully those of you, that know me, have been with us for a while, you've captured our spirit. If you're newer, hopefully you're capturing our spirit. Again, never designed to talk down to grown folk. All right, second thing, the Auto Trade platform is set to pre-launch this week. I was able to get a sneak peek at a video, about a 2-3 minute sizzle video. This is going to be a major part, not the only part, of our 5-step Digi blueprint. Many of you have, well, I won't say, a percentage of you have decided that you want to learn how to trade. All right, you want that freedom, you want that liberty, that skill set that no one can ever take away from you. The Auto Trade platform, ladies and gentlemen, is something that all of us need to participate in. Now, we are promoting this specific one because what they have vowed is that they are going to provide trading proof. Now, I'm going to tell you that the short video that I was able to see, they showed a screenshot. Now, most people wouldn't understand the impact of that screenshot if they haven't traded yet. But because we trade, and because we trade with a specific, multiple exchanges, but one specific one that is my favorite, I know what that back office looks like. And the screenshot they showed was from a major exchange. It's the same exchange that we show on screen. Now, there's also we're hearing about a second platform that also is supposedly going to be showing proof of trading. I hope that we have ultimately 2 or 3 trading platforms that actually show proof of trading. I would be suspect of any trading system that does not show proof of trading. With that being said, we do anticipate the AutoTrade platform that we've talked about up to this point to pre-launch. Now, our audience is the most educated audience about what's going on. And so, we may have an extra webinar this week. So just be on the lookout, because just as soon as it is in the public sphere in terms of a pre-launch, we will probably have a webinar specific to that. Okay. Now, so we're really excited about that. Now, the pre-launch is this. We're going to be a pre-launch for about 30 days if they hit their time target. And then about 30 days after the pre-launch, you'll actually be able to fund your trading account, and commissions will be payable and what have you. So we'll make sure that you've got your Bitcoin wallet set up, funded, ready to go well before the pre-launch is over. What we want to do is we want to start building a team of auto traders, and we'll talk more about this in our conversation on our Tuesday night webinar, and if we happen to have another webinar specific to the AutoTrade platform on this week. So be on the lookout with your emails, because we may have a very special webinar outside of our normal Tuesday, Thursday schedule. Okay. We're going to release in CRB, we're going to release some training that I will refer to as Bitcoin Basics. I cut some videos on yesterday going through Coinbase and showing you how to set up a Coinbase account, showing you how to move funds from your checking account to your Coinbase account. And I know that won't impact our entire audience, because not every country is going to be supported by Coinbase, but a good number of our following is supported at least in part by Coinbase. So we've cut those. We just need to render those. Those will probably be in your CRB back office by Wednesday, if not before. Okay. And we're going to put that under the marketing training, marketing vault tab. And there's a section there that says Bitcoin Basics. Right now there's no loaded content, but we will have loaded content by Wednesday of this week. Also, we are way behind on loading up your webinars, your recorded webinars. We've sent out the recorded webinars via email over this past month, but we are behind in loading that in your CRB back office. So probably again about the same time that we load the Bitcoin Basics, our target date is to have that loaded by Wednesday. We should also have updated your June 2017 webinar recordings in the back office for those of you that maybe have missed something and need to go back and watch something again. Okay. Now let's give a message really quickly to our existing and our new CRB members. First off, I want to congratulate those of you who have just recently joined us in CRB. When we first developed CRB, we were developing it around an advertising offer called Divvy. So some of you maybe got confused when you went to the registration page for CRB and you saw something that says watch this video first, and you heard this advertise. What the heck does that have to do with the Bitcoin space? Well, we are the multiple streams of income people around multiple niches. So with our audience, what we've been teaching our audience for months now is we want to assist you in developing multiple streams of income across multiple niches, so that ultimately you have the time freedom and the financial freedom to hotly pursue the passions of your heart. So when CRB was initially launched, it was launched to promote the Divvy offer. We love what we believe Divvy is going to become. She's not that yet. She's still in beta. And so the messaging heretofore has been about that advertising niche. Our lead capture pages, our 30-day robust video follow-up sequence has been about that niche, the advertising niche. Now, a few weeks ago, when one of our members of our following, who is now the gentleman that you were introduced to on Thursday, our trading mentor, started sharing with us what he's been doing over the last 3 years in the Bitcoin space. And then when we started trading ourselves and seeing just how explosive this Bitcoin space is, there's not a day that we go into the Bitcoin market that we don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins that are up over 100% for the day. And we would be less than great leaders if we did not say, hey, you know what? Divi, we believe it's going to be amazing. All right. She's not ready for us yet. So let's kind of put her over to the side for just a moment and let's really bring Bitcoin into the forefront. So right now, the messaging of CRB is largely geared towards Divi. Okay. We will revisit Divi when we feel that she is ready. We don't feel that she's ready right now. We're not going to take anything away. So we're not going to take away any of the capture pages that are back there. We're not going to take away the follow-up system. What we're going to do is have a brand new campaign specific to our 5-step Digi blueprint messaging, okay, or Digi roadmap messaging. So ultimately, you're going to see capture pages that will be specific to our 5-step Digi. Now I just confused you. I was saying Divi with a V. Now I'm saying Digi, D-I-G-I. Okay, but there's going to be capture pages that's going to deal with this messaging of becoming a Bitcoin or a Digi millionaire. We are already working behind the scenes on a new 30-day video sequence, so that when someone does opt into a capture page, that they will have a robust follow-up sequence. We will have all that done by the time the pre-launch is over. We will likely have at least some content well before then, okay? I just want you to understand, if you are a new CRB member and you're saying, okay, as I'm going through, I'm hearing all this advertising stuff, I'm not seeing much about Bitcoin. That's because we're in the background creating that content, and we'll start loading that content into CRB, as well as we're working behind the scenes. To do a 30-day video sequence is a huge undertaking. When we did that for the Divi offer, that took us a couple of months. Now, we're not going to wait a couple of months. We've already started cutting the content, and once we've got it all cut, and then we'll put together all the messaging and what have you. So I just want to let all of our existing and our new CRB members know that if you don't see that Bitcoin content now, we'll load up the Bitcoin basics by Wednesday of this week. But if you don't see a ton of Bitcoin content now, it is on its way, okay? It is on its way. All right, so I think that covers everything that I wanted to cover. Now, for our Divi, our advertising audience, I tell you, I might as well do this now, okay? I might as well do this now. So let me change gears, and I want to talk to my Divi, my advertising audience folks. I was on a conference call last week with the actual owners of Divi, Troy and Richard. Very impressed with those guys, okay? Extremely impressed with those guys. However, it was very clear, and I ask a lot of questions, and if I hear something, if they make a comment, I like to repeat it just to make sure that I'm on the same page. They are still a little ways out from it being what we need it to be for us to put our 100% promotional effort behind it, okay? So again, now this is all optional. If you're not a part of Divi and the advertising piece, you can go on and stop the video. Do pay attention however, to any written information below this video, okay? For those of you that are in Divi, I want you to stick around here, okay? We'll make it as quick as we possibly can. All right, so here's been the challenge, all right? They built the entire model around the third-party advertisers that they had. And what happened is the terms and conditions of those advertisers allowed those advertisers to basically dictate the payment structure. All right. So for instance, if the advertisers didn't feel that there was enough engagement. So remember when we were, for those of you that were part of Divi very early on, we were watching these like 30-second videos. Okay. But the engagement with those 30-second videos was pretty poor, meaning a lot of people just watched the video so that they could, you know, earn the points and the commissions and what have you, but they didn't download the a lot of the apps from those videos, or they didn't, if they downloaded the app, they didn't go in and actually utilize the app, and all of that stuff was trackable. And so what happened was the third-party advertisers said, hey, we're not getting the results that we were hoping to get, even though we said we were going to pay X amount, we're now only going to pay, you know, a smaller amount. All right. And that is what caused quite a bit of the challenges. All right. So now what their goal is to be able to go directly to the sources. They're having to use third-party advertisers now. Those third-party advertisers are basically dictating the terms. Okay. And those terms are not congruent with what we were told initially in terms of how we would be paid, the types of monies that we would be paid, so on and so forth. Now, they have tremendous dollars backing them. Jeff Romney, the cousin of Mitt Romney, not a political statement, but many of you know the name Mitt Romney. You know that Mitt Romney is an extremely wealthy man. Jeff Romney is an extremely, from what I understand, wealthy man, and he's one of the big investors behind Divi, okay, behind Divi. They just opened up, moved into a beautiful new office space, 26,000 square feet. There was an interview I saw where someone went to the home office and they actually interviewed Jeff Romney. And so it really does look like that ultimately Divi will become what we've been looking for. However, on the call last week, it was clear that that's going to take some time. They've got a big shindig in Utah, the home office, at the end of July. They expect to be able to roll out some things where they have gone directly to some advertising sources. However, most of the advertisers that will be rolled out in the end of July are still third-party advertisers. It's going to take them some time to start to bring in all of the direct advertisers. So essentially what has happened is they're having to reprogram everything from the ground up in order to serve with the direct advertisers. I understand they have huge contracts with huge companies on the advertising front, but since they're not going through a third party that would have had all that technology already done, they're having to build it from the ground up. So what I heard last week is July 28th, there will be some direct source advertisers. However, it's going to take a few months for the system to really be up and running the way that, you know, we were hoping that it was going to be running. Now, in the meantime, some of you have followed us for a year, okay? And, you know, there was another offer before Divi that it took a few months to get off the ground, and it never really got off the ground, and now Divi has taken some time. And so from a leadership standpoint, you know, I look at numbers never lie. So if we do a live webinar just talking about Divi, we still have a good amount, because we've got a tremendously loyal following. So we'll have a good amount of people on that webinar. But when we do a webinar about DG, about the Bitcoin niche, those numbers are staggering, okay? It looks like that the trading platform will be live and functioning and paying even before the July 28th divvy, which we know divvy's not going to be 100% ready, okay? So here is what I believe we should be doing, okay? Number one, by trading in the Bitcoin niche, I'm seeing the explosiveness on a daily basis. There's not a day that goes by that I go into the markets that there's not at least one coin, two or three, that's up 100% or more. Now, some of these are crap coins. All right, not all of these are going to be long-term or what have you. But even ones that we believe will be long-term, like Ethereum, like Litecoin, obviously Bitcoin, and a few others, continue to have explosive returns. Bitcoin over the last month was only up 9% for the month over the last 30 days. Ethereum was up over 100% for the last 30 days. Litecoin, I think, is up 50-some% over the last 30 days. Now, these are some of the bigger coins. If we were talking about the stock market, those three that I just mentioned would be like Dow 30 stocks, the big boys and big girls, like the blue chip. These are the blue chip coins, okay? Now, how long will we see this type of explosive growth? Not sure. I was there trading in the stock market, all right? I was new to the stock market at the tail end of the dot-com era, late 90s, okay? And that was when you didn't even have to be skilled. The market was so explosive as it related to dot-com IPOs in particular. If a dot-com had an IPO, initial public offering, okay, and let's say it came out on the market at $20 a share, you know, it was nothing to see that hit $40 or $50 or $60 that first day, doubling and tripling. Now, there was a window of time where you had that explosion. Now, I did not get into trading into the stock market, starting to learn about it until 98, mid 98. I started trading in 99. But I didn't start even learning about it until 98. So I can't speak to how many years prior this boom was happening. I was not aware of the boom. And the other thing with the stock market is that most of those IPOs were really the people that made the most money were the wealthy folks. They were the ones that the broker would call them and say, hey, I can get you in on this IPO. High net worth individuals. Average folks, I was delivering pizzas at the time, okay? Average folks were not going to get those tips or what have you. What we're seeing in the coin space, what we're seeing in the digi space is unprecedented, particularly for the average person. Okay, what we're seeing is unprecedented, particularly for the average person. Currently, for those in the U.S., there are no major regulations in the Bitcoin space. When I started trading in the foreign exchange market in 2003, there were not many regulations in the Forex market. I was told there were going to be some hefty regulations coming. That was in 2003. Those regulations didn't hit until 2010. Now, they did significantly impact U.S. folks' ability to make money in the Forex, but it took a little while. At some point, there's going to, I'm sure the U.S. is going to do some more regulations as it relates to Bitcoin. When is that going to be? I don't know. Okay, but what I do know is I see the explosiveness now, and I don't know how long we have this window of time where we will continue to see this type of growth. Now, 10 years from now, do I expect every day there's a coin or two that's increasing by 100, 200%? No. Okay, I don't expect that. How long might we see this window where we're seeing this type of explosive activity? Not sure. All right. Now, even when it starts to die down, okay, there's going to be tremendous opportunities just from the trading standpoint and building your coin portfolio. You know, so maybe a coin doesn't increase by 400 or 500% in a year. I could show you coin after coin after coin after coin that has appreciated 400, 500, 1,000%. All right, in the past 12 months, coin after coin after coin. Okay. Now, 3 years from now, will we be able to show coin after coin after coin with that type of increase? Don't know. But we have seen Bitcoin over the last 7 years, okay, has grown tremendously, has its ebbs and flows and what have you. So here's my point. There is this window of opportunity. I don't know how long that window will be this explosive. There is this window of opportunity in the DG space. It still has not hit the mainstream. And when you compare, matter of fact, let me show you this. This is all optional, obviously, okay? Give me a moment. When you compare, let's see, coin. Okay, so when you compare the market capitalization of all of the Digi assets, all right, the market capitalization is $100 billion. All right, that sounds like a lot, but if we were to go over here, excuse me, Google, and let's do Apple. All right, Apple market cap. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. All right, so Apple's market cap is 766 billion, meaning if you took all of the shares of Apple, multiplied it by the stock price, Apple right now is worth just under $800 billion, okay? The entire Digi space is worth 100 billion. Apple's worth 800, just under 800. The entire Digi space is worth 100. So there is tremendous growth opportunities in the Digi space. I don't expect that to slow down. I expect that just to increase. Even here, you're seeing, here's an ICO, initial coin offering. Right here's another advertisement for another ICO. A few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, when we were doing any of our trainings, there were about 740 to maybe 750 currencies. Now there's 787. So just in the past couple of weeks, there's been 40 or so new currencies that have come to the marketplace. Now I said all that to say this. Give me a moment. Because of my trading experience, since 1999, and I see what's happening in the Bitcoin space, I would be a horrible leader if I did not say to our audience, hey, we need to bring Bitcoin to the forefront. When I say Bitcoin, I'm talking about the entire space, the entire Digi space. That needs to be, I see this as the retirement niche, okay? I see this as the retirement niche. As a matter of fact, I've already planned my retirement, December 31st, 2020, 3.5 years from now, okay? I see this as the niche that's going to allow so many of our audience to catch up for lost time. And so with that being said, our game plan is to take the existing CRB portal and really convert that more to a Digi portal where the overwhelming majority of the messaging is around this niche, okay? Now, our 5 steps is auto trade, help you to, step 1, step 2, help you to build a team of auto traders. Step 3, Bitcoin education / personal trading. Obviously, many of you are going to be with the Trading Mentor, so you can learn how to trade. Step 4 is diversifying into other credible Digi offers. So I mentioned I'm hearing about another trading platform they're saying they're going to provide some transparency. We're not going to be married to any one platform. Okay, we're not saying nuptials to any one platform. Well, I'm gonna tell you who we're going to be married to: our families. Okay, all right. Now, so I hope there are 3 or 4 trading platforms in time that we feel comfortable with. I'm not comfortable promoting any trading platform that does not show proof of trading, because I do it every single webinar that we present. I'm showing you, I'm taking you live into a real account, and I'm showing you proof of trading without having to divulge any significant personal information. Okay, all right. So and then there's some things that we're doing in the background that we're testing. We want to test them for a couple of months before we bring them to our audience. That will allow us to diversify into other credible, that's the key word, offers. And then number 5, all right, so step 1, auto trade. Step 2, build a team of auto traders. Step 3, Bitcoin education / personal trading for those who want to personally trade. Step 4, diversifying into credible Digi opportunities. Step 5, developing a coin portfolio, where ultimately you've got some Bitcoin and you've got some Bitcoin and you've got some Ethereum. See, Ethereum right now, Ethereum is down. Ethereum was 300 and some change, 360, I think, maybe even higher. It's down today. Hey, see, I want you in a position where you say, you know what? I've got some additional resources. Let's buy some Ethereum at 281, because we expect it to go back up to well over 300 or some change. Bitcoin, I think Thursday or Friday was $2,750 or so a coin. It's down to $2,539. Hey, might be a good time to buy some Bitcoin and some Ripple and some Litecoin. This is the day that, oh, I got to go and trade because this is shopping day. Wow, yeah, this is shopping day. All right, so I got to hurry up and go into the markets. You want to see these days, by the way, where everything seems to be down. That's when you go shopping. That's when you buy low and you sell high. Oh, right. Hey, we get to go shopping. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know where we stand with Divi. We believe she's going to be huge. She's not ready for us yet. Meanwhile, we've got this Bitcoin or this Digi space that I believe is our retirement space. Okay, I still believe that we should have other opportunities. I still believe in multiple streams of income, but right now our focus is going to be on immersing ourselves in this space, gearing our marketing towards this space, getting you making plenty of money so that you can then ultimately have the resources to plant other income streams, whether in the same space with a different opportunity or different, that opportunity may be you buying, you doing this. You've made some really good money, let's say with the auto trade system, and you're personally trading, okay? And as you learn, those of you who are learning how to personally trade, you're going to know how to go in and say, let's go and buy some Ethereum today, or let's go get some NIM today, or let's see, something else. We know this in our portfolio. Oh, Golem is down almost 15% today. Waves is down almost 15% today. Sia Coin is 17%. These are things that are either in our Trading Mentors portfolio or in our portfolio, or both. All right. You see something down 17% for the day, and I'm just looking to get a 4% gross return. All that's got to do is come back a little bit. We're in that trade and we're profitable, and we're simultaneously building a coin portfolio. So, all right. Well, thank you for taking time to watch this update. We've given you quite a bit. Pay attention to any of the written information below. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Let's get you to Digi, my gosh, millionaire status.